Good morning to all of you, and today we are discussing about the topic. Yeah, it's being recorded, ma. The topic is molecular diagnosis. How biotechnology useful for molecular diagnosis. So here we are discussing about the process of PCR. Okay, before we go into PCR, I'll say you some other thing about disease. Generally, when you have any infection in your body, one bacteria or one virus enters into your body. At that time, you will not feel that disease. Okay, after a few days, after 8 days, 9 days, sometimes 14 days, sometimes 20 days, you will feel symptoms. Symptoms. What symptoms? Fever, headache, vomitings, chills, etc. Then we'll understand that we have something infection is there, we'll go to doctor. But nowadays, this period in between is infection. Infection of is in entry of pathogen into the body, and this period in between is called as incubation. Incubation period. What happens during this period of incubation? Number of pathogens increase. How they'll increase? Reproduction. If it is bacteria, it produces more bacteria. If it is virus, it produces more viruses. And at that time, the symptoms are coming out. Okay. So, there are techniques now we can identify anywhere in between. Now, you are going to check out for corona test before the symptoms only, and your diagnosis done before the symptoms appear. Okay, no problem. Before that only, you'll understand that corona is there or not there. How it is possible? By this technique called PCR. In this PCR technique, the number of infective organisms are increased. How they are increased? I'll see you. Some blood is extracted from our body for doing test. Sorry, nasal. Some secretions from nasal are excreted from body for testing. So that contains viruses. If that has viruses, then we have the disease. So that will be cloned. Okay, this is sample. It sample means here for coronavirus, what is the sample? Some sputum from the nose, nasal sputum or mucus from the nose. Okay, this sample is taken. It is cloned. Cloned means producing similar cells is called as cloning, and this technique of producing similar cells is done by using bacteria. Bacteria has a plasmid DNA. We have already discussed. In this plasmid DNA, this cell's DNA will be ligated, and it is allowed to increase in number. Okay, bacteria are used to clone the cells, and when the cloning is completed, the number of DNA are increased. The PCR is performed. I said you, if you run 30 PCRs, one DNA will turn into million cells. Even if there is small amount of infection also, you can understand. At the end of PCR, you will understand. So now the test will be performed if virus is there or not there. Virus is there or not there. How the test will be performed? This is an pathogen. For this, antibody will be there. These both will be, always there is an antigen antibody reaction. Antibody always binds to antigen. That is a common rule. Okay, wherever antigen is there, antibody will bind to that. Okay, so this is an antigen present in our body. Virus is having protein, so it is an antigen. Antigen means protein that enters our body. Foreign protein, in one word, you can say foreign protein. Viruses are having foreign protein on their body. So, antigen means foreign protein. Okay, in one word, I'll try to say you what is antigen antibody reaction. If any bacteria enters our body or virus enter our body or any other tapeworm, whatever worm infection, viral infection, bacterial infection, they have proteins on their outer wall. Protein is there surely. When you draw the coronavirus also, you are drawing spikes like this. These are spike proteins. Okay, definitely protein will be there in every pathogen. Bacterial cell wall has proteins. Bacterial cell membrane has proteins. Any other organism cell membrane has proteins. Body has protein. So if any foreign protein enters to our body, which is not there in our body, previously it should not be there in our body, then it is called as antigen. What our immune system will do, our immune system will produce some substances against that called as antibodies. Okay. So now understand antigen is a foreign protein and antibody is a produced by our immune system. Produced by our immune system. Why they are produced by our immune system? Why? What is the purpose? To fight against antigen. To fight against antigen. So for this process, to fight against antigen, you need not say that this is antigen. Antibody will fit into antigen. That is automatic. Like every antigen has one antibody, they'll bind like that. That's all. And this will kill the antigen. If it is killing antigen, our body is successful, no disease will cause. If our body is not successful in fighting this antibody, is not able to kill this antigen, our body has failed and antigen will cause the disease. That is how it operates. Okay, for every antigen, antibody is specific. Like you cannot open a lock with any key you have. You should have the lock of that key only. Like that only, every antigen has a specific antibody. So now what is done is this viral antibody is added. Okay, first the cells are taken, they are cloned. That is number of DNA is the DNA is added to bacteria and their number is increased. How? By using PCR technique. After that, the sample is taken that is having millions of DNA. If virus is present, million virus DNA will be present. Its antigen, specific antibody is added. For this antigen, specific antibody is added, and this is added with a radioactive substance. Radioactive substance. This radioactive substance is called as substrate. Okay, the substrate is added to antibody. That antibody is added to virus. Virus sample. So if it is binded, if the binding is there, then this molecule can be easily identified by radioautography. A technique called radioautography. Radioautography. What is the purpose of radioautography? To identify radioactive molecules. To identify radioactive molecules, radioactivity is used. So here one radioactive molecule is there. So if the binding will take place, it will stay there. If the binding will not take place, antibody is added from outside, it's unstable. So it will not be identified in the radioactivity. Okay. Only if binding is taking place, only this molecule will be identified and the disease will be confirmed. Okay, now let us, this is the same method that is used for testing AIDS also. For AIDS, what is the test that is used? ELISA. ELISA means enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. Assay means test here. Not you are writing essay. This essay means test. A test, enzyme linked immunosorbent assay is a test that is done for AIDS. Same like that also. AIDS is also virus. Virus is added to the sample, means by testing, by doing PCR technique, that is increased and added to the sample. I'll say you the steps of PCR also. The virus is added to the sample and its number is increased before adding to samples. So after the virus is taken, antibody that is against it is added and radioactive substance is attached to it. At the end, radioautography test is performed. If the radioactive substance is exposed in radioautography, then the disease is confirmed. Okay, if it does not, then there is no virus. It means that if the radioautography did not show any radioactive substance, that means that virus is not present. If virus is not present, no infection. Okay, how is this PCR done? PCR is otherwise called as polymerase chain reaction. PCR is called as polymerase chain reaction. PCR, polymerase chain reaction. Chain reaction means if something starts and a series of reactions are taking place behind that, okay, one after other, chain of reactions are taking place, then it is called as chain reactions, right? What is happening here is the DNA that is added to bacterial plasmids is separated. The process of separation we have seen during replication. In the same way, the two strands are separated. Okay. After the two strands are separated, for this DNA primers are added. Okay. Okay. I'll say you first the steps. There are 3 steps in polymerase chain reactions. First one is denaturation. Second one is annealing. And third one is elongation. And continuing this for 30 rounds. What happens in denaturation is the DNA that is selected, viral DNA, in this case we are doing test to understand virus is there in the body or not. So the DNA that is taken is denatured, that means separated. The strand is separated like this. Okay, but not how the separation of strands take place in the replication. It is by enzymes. Here it is not like that. It is done by heating, boiling the contents. How much? 94 degrees Celsius approximately. So if you heat this much, the bacteria in which this gene is added should die, no? 94 degrees. So definitely the bacteria that is used here will be a thermophile. Thermophile is a bacteria that can tolerate high temperatures. Okay, thermophile is a bacteria that can tolerate high temperatures. High temperatures. So the most commonly used bacteria for this PCR reaction is Thermophilus aquaticus. In short, it is called as TAQ. Thermophilus aquaticus is used. Okay. So, after heating, the two DNAs are separated. The two DNAs are separated. And now, primers, annealing is, primers are added. What is primer? DNA primer is a short length DNA that attaches at origin of replication. Okay, short 3-4 nucleotides, not more. Short DNA. Short DNA. It attaches at origin of replication. Origin of replication. Origin of replication. So we'll change the color. This is that short length of DNA. This, during the process of annealing, this attaches to DNA. So we have DNA here. This is the DNA, strand 1. This is the DNA, strand 2. So here one primer is attached. Here one primer is attached. Now what happens? And one thing about this primer is, it should be attached with a radioactive molecule like this. Then only you can identify. After radiography, it should be identified, no? So they have this radioactive molecules. And these primers are not added, 1 or 2. So many are added. 30 chains, millions of chains should produce. So for millions of chains, this should be the starting molecule. So millions of primers are added and they are attached to radioactive molecule. And after that, nucleotides are also added. Nucleotides are also added. So what happens? The nucleotides attach here and the chain length increases. One nucleotide will attach and the chain length increases. The increase is called as elongation. Increase of chain length is called as elongation. Okay. Annealing is a process of combining DNA primers with the DNA templates. This is DNA template. DNA template. I said you what is a template? On which new strand is synthesized is always called as DNA template. This is the DNA template. Attaching primer to DNA template, radioactive primer to DNA template, okay, is called as annealing. Okay. Denaturation is separation of DNA fragments by heating them. DNA annealing is attaching radioactive, it's not visible here, I'll write here. Annealing is attaching DNA primer. What type of DNA primer it should be? It should have a radioactive molecule. A radioactive attached. DNA primer is attached to template DNA. Okay. After that, by addition of nucleotides, the length of chain is increased. Okay, so that process is called as elongation. So why we are calling this polymerase chain reaction? Because of polymerase only the length of chain increases. Yes or no? DNA polymerase should be added, then only the length of DNA increases, right? So that is why this chain reaction is called as polymerase chain reaction. Now what happened initially, there are only two chains, two DNA templates, it changed into four. Okay. For each round, maybe it's not only single DNA is added, number of DNA may be more. At that time it is added. So after first chain, what is happening? First cycle is operating. The number of DNA fragments will double. Afterwards, again, if you are running this chain for 30 cycles, again the number of chains will double. Keep on doubling. It increases to 1 million chains will be present. Okay. So this is called as DNA polymerase chain reaction. Nowadays, RT-PCR is done. How RT-PCR is done? The RT means reverse transcriptase. Virus will use our DNA to produce its DNA. That is by reverse transcription, it is making its DNA. That DNA is polymerized. So that is why it's called as reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. Right? Clear? Any doubts related to this topic? Shall I repeat once?